What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists? And it's time for an episode of Q&S. This is the series where I ask the questions and make the comments, and you guys, the subscribers, answer. And then the following week I'll look at your comments or answers and mull them over. So last time, it's been some time, last episode 8, was put out on the 27th of July, and I was asking what other hobbies you have outside of miniature wargaming and modelling, that kind of thing. Excuse me, I'm just going to grab a cup of tea. And so that we'll go through those answers, and then at the end I'll ask you my next question. So, I don't have a printout with me, so I'm looking at my laptop for the answers you gave me. Well, we'll start with Big Mick Dan Scott. He says, another cracking question, Pete. Other than wargaming, I like to run, though I'm not sure I'd call it a hobby. As well as that, I enjoy watching football and the WWE. WWE, is that wrestling or something? Yeah, I don't know, forgive my ignorance. But, wow. Running, I've never enjoyed running. Hated it. You know, even as a child when I had to do cross country at school, I absolutely hated it, detested it. And now my knees are shot. Right, years ago when I had surgery on both knees, and I was told, you know, whatever you do, don't run. If you did, stop it. Well, that's as good as an excuse as any. I do feel it sometimes, even when I'm walking. Now the jarring, which is another good incentive for me to lose weight. So it will aid my my knees, so that's kind of cool. Watching football, I've not really been into that either. I would get into it occasionally, as you know, like the World Cup and things like that. But I'm not really a football fan either. But it's cool to know that other people out there have these different interests. WWE. Now, like I say, forgive my ignorance. If that's wrestling, cool. I used to love that as a kid, and I'm sure if I had the time I could get into it again. But yeah, well, that's really cool. So cheers, Big Mick Dan Scott. Eric Beer says, huge snooker fan, watching and playing. Love my Star Trek too. Smiley face, or laughing. Yeah, snooker. I used to love snooker when I was younger, but I don't know, it fizzled out. I don't know, I suppose when I left school and got my first job and started getting into like the real world and things, I just never picked it up again. So that's cool. I don't mind going into the odd snooker hall now and again and just playing a game on a full-size snooker table. Was quite good. Not very good though. And you know, I don't have a very good eyesight out of my left eye, so it's a bit of a pain, to be truthful. My brother was quite good at it, far better than me. But yeah, Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I'm a big Star Trek fan. Not as big as you though, Nick. Obviously, I think I lean, when you're talking Star Trek, Star Wars, I lean more towards Star Wars. But yeah, interesting ones. Just looking down this. Jam Jar 34 says, hi Pete, I collect books from different authors, e.g. Bernard Cromwell, David Gemmell and Wilbur Smith. That's cool. I collect books too. I used to have a huge book collection, but when I got out of my first marriage, obviously, if you ever experienced that, then you got to kind of divvy up what you got, and sometimes you lose things you'd rather keep. You can't keep it all though, right? But I'm starting to get a good book collection again, and the authors, I've read David Gemmell. I've read quite a few of his. I think I've read Wilbur Smith too. Bernard Cornwell. I've heard the name. But yeah, well, that's good though. Reading is always good, isn't it? nothing like a good book, and I'm super into my Horus Heresy series now. I'm about a quarter of the way through Fulgrim at the moment, and it's just brilliant. Every book seems to get every book I read, I think, and I say on a video, "Oh, this is the best one yet," you know, and every one it gets better and better, and it's just brilliant. It really is good. It's interesting to finally delve deeply into the backgrounds of how the Horus Heresy came about and what actually happened. And it's really cool. So I am super enjoying it. Let's check the battery level. Oh, that's fine. Right, I'm going to have a sip of tea in between each question, or each answer, rather, because I asked a question, didn't I? So, okay, moving on then to Jason Pryor. How you doing, buddy? Right? Says, "Hi Pete, great question. I have a few hobbies. I love to read. That's cool. I do clay pigeon shooting. That's cool as well. And I also do cage fighting. Awesome stuff. But as I'm in my 40s now, it's more sparring with the up and coming youngsters. But I still have a lot to show them, lol." Sure you do. I used to, in my youth, look at me. In my youth, I was once on the international karate team for England, for Great Britain rather, back in the year 2000, so we're talking 15 years ago. You know, as you can probably tell and ascertain, a lot can happen in 15 years. You know, it was good. It was televised. It was on Sky Sports. That was pretty cool. My claim to fame there, or one of them. And when I was younger than that, I was always travelling up and down the country entering competitions, and one of a particular favourite of mine was the Blackpool Open. Long way to go, but used to get some really good opponents there, and I got some trophies up in the loft, and yeah, good days, good times. So yeah, cage fighting though, that's all sorts, isn't it? Don't know what you're gonna get there. It's a bit like cage fighting is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. No, that was a shit impression. You know what I'm talking about though. Cage fighting though. I can't be doing that anymore. I'm more of the relaxing type now, and the only fighting I want to do is on the tabletop. So, well, cool. That was a really interesting one. It's been a while. It's good actually when there's quite a while in between videos, and I look back at the answers like, wow, you know, I can really analyse them then. Okay, moving on. The Lone Ranger 1984 says, forgive me, I'm not looking at the camera because I'm looking at the screen of my computer here, but he says, "I'd say my main hobby was computer games. I used to play ultra competitively online shooters like Counter-Strike and Halo, but just didn't have that little extra I needed to turn pro. Since having a kids, I've scaled back though, and only tend to play single player games due to the profanity online play can cause." Yeah. I used to love playing golf, but I can't afford it anymore. I also enjoy darts and writing stories. I have 2 books on Amazon Kindle store, but they weren't well received due to my writing style and lack of decent editing. I still do write, but it's more for my own personal use. My family and friends seem to enjoy them. Well, let's work backwards. Writing. I love writing. And I won't say I love editing. That's a bit of a chore, but I do editing. You had got 2 books on Amazon Kindle store. That's really cool. We're hoping my wife's will come out. We'll go on Amazon and follow up other areas as well where we can sort of sell her story, because it's an amazing story. It's gonna be, if it was printed, it'd be a thick tome. It really worked out. It's about 40 odd chapters. It's like Lord of the Rings, you know. It's ridiculous. But it's a great story. You say they weren't well received due to your writing style. I'm sure they're fine. Just needs a few tweaks here and there, I'm sure. Maybe you should look at that again and just go over it, tweak it up and revamp them. Darts, never been into darts. Golf, I used to play golf really badly several years ago, but I quite enjoyed it. But I just didn't enjoy, you know, finishing a round of golf at midnight sort of thing. It was just ridiculous, and I could never get my driving down. You know, I was better at putting. You know, but I mean, they say drive for show, putt for dough, but didn't do me any favours. I need to get onto the damn green fast to start me putting. You know, I was just not very good. Computer games I've not played since I was at school, really. Well, I say that I was into the PlayStation and the whole Final Fantasy thing after I left school, but that wasn't long after I left school. But I haven't played computer games like for a long time. I'll play the odd game like with my daughter or someone else if I'm around someone's house and they're playing a game or something they want to play. That's fine. But seriously, although I am looking at I don't know, I'm looking at Space Hulk Ascension for the Mac. Don't know if it'd be any good. Any ideas? That's not my question for this week, by the way. But that's a sort of a supplemental question to you, or anyone else actually. Space Hulk Ascension. It looks pretty cool. I've seen some videos of people playing that, and that looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting in on some of that action. But is it actually any good? And you know, it'd have to be for the Mac. And yeah. But anyway, that's that. Oh, tea. I'll get teed up by the end of the day. Right, moving on then. Spider666 says, I didn't go, he says, hello, nice vid. If you've seen anything on my channel, you may know already that I'm an amateur artist using watercolours, acrylics and water-soluble oils. Yep, I do know that because I've seen your vids. And occasionally pastels. I also volunteer for a local hostel radio station where currently I am a presenter, ward visiting manager and studio manager. Cool! Wow! What I love about this is finding out about your other hobbies, is the diversity of everyone, you know, and that's really cool. Forgive my sniffles there. Yeah, I suppose the whole artist thing comes in handy when you're painting miniatures, maybe? Helps you paint miniatures? I don't know. Because I don't do the other, I only paint the little models and yeah. Cool! Radio station presenter, wow. I bet that keeps you on your toes, doesn't it? Like, you know, you got to think on your feet fast there. Wow. Okay, moving on. Scamier. I have had many hobbies through the years. Some I've stuck with, others not so much. But would like to get back into them. Currently I find myself playing BFG. That's Battlefleet Gothic with a local gaming group. Now I know about that. I also play board games and the odd roleplay game with another games group. When I do bother to get my gear over from home, I do plan on getting back into Airsoft and maybe some LARP, live action roleplay. I've done that. That's a big maybe on the LARP though. Now, I can speak with experience on LARPing. I did it once. It was I mean, I'm not into it like that, but my gaming group, a lot of them, my old gaming group from years ago, a lot of them, practically all of them, were into it in a big way, and they were coming up for some big, like, LARP weekend thing away. I think it was in Tavistock somewhere in some farmers' fields. Anyway, cut a long story short, I decided to go along to see what it was all about. You know, you stay in like a tent which looks like they've all done up to we were in the it's called the Bear Clan, I think, some clan of warriors. And they put on like bear skins and made the tent look like authentic. And it was a big massive tent where we all kind of slept in, and there were other groups from all over the place There was makeup teams, there was orcs, there was a tavern. You know, I had like the foam weapons. That it was huge fun, but very draining and tiring. And it did rain. I remember, got soaked. But what fun! It was amazing fun. When my character died, I actually became an orc for a while and started attacking other people, and that was kind of cool. You get made up and you look in the mirror, it's like, ah! It's the same makeup team that worked on the Evil Dead films, and then they did a really good job. This is a long time ago. I don't know what airsoft is, sorry. Role playing, I've done on and off throughout the years since I was about 12. Battlefleet Gothic, never played it, but I've seen many videos on YouTube about it. Looks cool. But yeah, wow, a lot of stuff to get into there. Sounds like you could be busy. Alright. Atomic Dog Scale Model Freak says, fishing and more fishing! Mainly mountain rivers / streams. Smiley face. Cool. Never been. I've done fishing when I was a kid. My uncle was huge into it, and he bought me all the gear and rod and floats and hooks and. Oh no, sorry, I don't know what they're called, but and they gave me a box and put it all in weights and things and lines, showed me how to do it. But I never really got into it. You know, it never really hooked me. Ha! Fishing never really hooked me. Although I caught a few fish, but nothing really bigger than that, I would say. But I know a lot of my friends were at school. They used to go fishing, and they were quite big into it. I understand the appeal of it, just chilling out with a rod, and you know, or even on a boat or whatever, or in waders. You know, riverside. It's just chill out time, isn't it? Really. I use all that in my hobby here. I just chill. But yeah, cool. Thanks for your answer. Crew Orange Silica says, not so much these days, but I design, build and launch rockets. I had a teacher at school who used to do that. Mr. Kilpatrick, I think he was called. I don't even know if he was still alive now. This was back in primary school. He was our kind of a science teacher. He was always building rockets and launching them. And firing them up in the air and that kind of thing. You mean, like, you know? But yeah, cool. And the last one is Jinx Panduit, and he says, used to play Aussie rules football until age caught up with me. Love my golf too, but haven't played around since my daughter turned 1. She's 7 in August. Occasionally run too. Well, I've talked about running and golf, and football, but not Aussie rules football. That's a bit different, isn't it? Do they pick the ball up, and is it sort of to a untrained eye? Is it look a bit like rugby kind of thing, but they can hold the ball and kick it as well? Is that Aussie football? I don't know. Sorry for my ignorance. I'm just not a huge sports fan. I mean, I used to love, with a passion, tennis more than anything. But these last few years, when Wimbledon's come round and the other, well, I mean, the tournaments are going all the time. I'd rather sit and paint my models or play games, and you know, this is my world here now, pretty much. Though I am aware I probably need another hobby, but hobbies take time, which is the main eat out of this hobby. And I don't want to take any time away from this hobby that I have to. So yeah. Kind of got 2 questions this week. That's because that's all the answers from last time. And I've kind of got 2 questions this week. One, I'm just really curious about models, right? And just bear with me. Do you have because I know you've got favourite models and we've covered that before, but do you have a favourite model? That's not my favourite model, but it's just a model I picked up off the site. But do you have a favourite model that is no longer in production that you wish was? That you just can't get anymore, or you have to build your own scratch built. You know, it can be anything: vehicles, monsters, historical, you know, characters or whatever. Yeah, so is there any one model, whether it be small or large, that you love but you just can't get hold of anymore to buy? That's my first question. Just a minor curiosity, because I'm aware that at times, you know, it can be a while before in between these videos. My other question, this is really going to help me. Looking at your favourite YouTube channels within the hobby, I don't mean outside the hobby, because you know, a lot of you are going to obviously have favourite YouTube channels in other things like football or snooker or whatever, video games. But looking at this hobby and taking your favourite channels, can I ask what types of videos do you prefer? Do you like, and I've got a little list here, do you prefer, this is just some of the ones I do, but you know, but do you prefer paint-alongs, tutorials, hangouts, battle reports, like vlogs to like conventions and things, or clubs, like Q&A ones, updates, quick tips, unboxings, reviews, or you know, or other pick of the week, that kind of thing, or other random goofiness? I'm just asking because, you know, I mean, that's just some of the type of video I do on my channel, but I'm curious to know what your favourite type is. I mean, is it battle reports, tutorial? Well, I mean, mine's a mixture personally. I like battle reports and, well, I like battle reports and vlogs really, and paint-alongs. That's kind of my favourites. Paint-alongs, there's not many out there, which is why I do mine. If there is, I haven't found them. I know of some which I follow, but I wish there were more of them. But anyway, yeah, so that's my question for next time. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. This has been Q&S. Remember, all brushes lead to war. See you on the next video guys. Bye for now.